Many people see police dogs on TV. They watch dramatic shows where a heroic canine, with an almost supernatural sense of smell, always finds the truth. These fictional portrayals often depict the dog as an infallible partner, a four-legged lie detector whose instincts are beyond question. Because of this, many believe these dogs never make mistakes. They think a dog's alert is an unquestionable sign of guilt, a definitive piece of evidence in itself. This perception is powerful, shaping public opinion, and even influencing how we react during a real-life police encounter, but these ideas are largely myths. The reality of police K-9 units is far more complex and much less certain. A dog's alert is not a guarantee of anything, and understanding why is crucial. The truth involves complicated questions of training methods, the potential for handler bias, and the very real limits of a dog's sense of smell. These factors can and do lead to errors. This essay will explore these myths and contrast them with the documented reality. It aims to provide clarity and safe, lawful advice for citizens, based on court findings and scientific research. The goal is not to teach anyone how to break the law or obstruct justice. The goal is knowledge and safety for everyone involved, ensuring that interactions are handled correctly and that rights are respected. The actions of a police sniffer dog can have massive consequences. An alert, whether accurate or not, can give police the legal justification for an invasive search of your car, your luggage, or even your home. It can be the first step toward a criminal charge, a costly legal battle, and a permanent record that affects your future employment, housing, and reputation. Therefore, we need to look past simplified narratives and examine the facts, the court findings, and the scientific studies that reveal the full picture. The information here is based on public sources, court records, and expert analysis. It is designed to be calm and factual, helping you understand the situation without escalating it. We will discuss training standards, explain the known limits of scent detection, and correct common myths with evidence. For example, a dog may alert to the residual odor of contraband that was present days or weeks ago, long after it's gone. Consider a real-world case where a dog alerted on a vehicle during a traffic stop. The subsequent search turned up nothing illegal. The driver, who had borrowed the car, was detained and embarrassed, all based on a false alert. The alert does not equal guilt. In another instance, a K-9 alerted on a suitcase at an airport. The owner insisted it was a mistake. A search revealed no contraband, but the owner later remembered they had been around a friend who used marijuana a week prior. The dog correctly detected a lingering scent, but no crime was being committed. So, what are your rights? During a K-9 encounter, remain calm and silent. You are not required to answer questions about where you're going or what's in your car. You can state, "Officer, I do not consent to any searches." If the dog alerts, police will likely search anyway, but your refusal to consent is important for the record. Do not physically resist, but clearly state that you are not consenting. Try to document everything you can remember: the time, location, officer's name, and what was said. This information is vital if you need to seek legal counsel later. We will also outline how to make a formal complaint if you believe an officer or K-9 acted improperly, or if a search based on an alert was conducted without proper cause. By understanding both the capabilities and the fallibility of police dogs, you can navigate these stressful encounters with more confidence and less anxiety. You can better understand your rights and the legal standards police are supposed to follow, ensuring you are prepared to protect yourself lawfully. We will conclude by separating myth from truth, reinforcing that an alert is not proof of a crime, and reminding you to know your rights, prioritize safety, and hold law enforcement accountable to the standards of justice. A police sniffer dog, or K-9, is trained to detect specific odors, illegal drugs, explosive materials, and human scent. Selection starts with dogs high in play and reward drive. Breeds often include German Shepherds, Belgian Malinois, and Labrador Retrievers. The dog and a designated handler form a team, training, deployment, guidance, reading signals, and ensuring the dog's well-being. Training is positive reinforcement, a sophisticated hide-and-seek. Trainers pair target scents with the dog's favorite reward. Targets can include marijuana, jurisdiction-dependent, gunpowder, and other contraband odors. Dogs give trained alerts: aggressive, scratch bite, or passive, sit lie and point with nose. Handlers learn to read these behaviors. Training starts controlled, then moves to real world, busy airports, crowded highways, unfamiliar buildings. Dogs are trained to ignore distractions like food, animals, and exhaust, but training never eliminates all error. Training takes months and continues through the career. Regular certification requires locating hidden scents in test scenarios. Program quality varies by jurisdiction, some stringent and well-documented, others less so. Records can be critical in court. A well-trained dog is more reliable, but errors still occur. The system relies on precise human-animal communication. This partnership is central, and even with excellent teamwork, reliability is not absolute. A pervasive myth, reinforced by popular culture, suggests police dogs are perfect scent machines, possessing a magical near 100% accuracy. But this image doesn't hold up to scientific or legal scrutiny. In reality, dogs are highly skilled but fallible animals. Their performance is a dynamic variable, changing with wind, temperature, humidity, terrain, and the presence of countless distractions. A dog's powerful nose can also be a source of confusion. They can alert to residual odor, scents left behind days or even weeks in the past, misleading searches when nothing relevant remains. In complex environments like packed parking lots or windy open fields, pinpointing the exact source of a faint scent becomes significantly harder, increasing the chance of an imprecise alert. Competing odors from food, animals, or cleaners can interfere. Furthermore, just like humans, factors like stress, fatigue, or illness can distract a dog or degrade its performance. Reliability fluctuates day to day. This leads to another dangerous myth, that a dog's alert automatically equals guilt. Legally and factually, that is fundamentally incorrect. At most, a reliable alert establishes probable cause for a search. It is just one piece of information in a larger investigation, not a final verdict about the presence of contraband or the guilt of an individual. For this reason, courts scrutinize a K9's reliability. Training logs, certifications, and field performance records can all be challenged. A history of false alerts and incomplete records matters significantly. Alerts can easily stem from old scents on borrowed items or contaminated currency, situations that can occur without any current criminal activity by the person being searched. A dog's alert can be wrong, old, or misread by its handler. Treating alerts as irrefutable proof of guilt shortcuts due process and erodes the presumption of innocence. Consider three common outcomes. In one case, a dog alerts, but a thorough search reveals nothing. In another, an alert leads to an old empty container, a residual odor, with no illegal substance present. In a third, the alert correctly identifies hidden contraband. The alert itself doesn't tell you which reality you're in. If you are in a situation involving a K9, stay calm and compliant with lawful orders. You have the right to remain silent and the right to refuse a search of your person or property. However, a K9 alert may give officers probable cause to search a vehicle regardless of your consent. Document everything you can remember: the time, location, officers' names, and what was said and done. If possible, record the interaction. This information is vital if you later need to seek legal counsel to protect your rights. The myth of the infallible nose and the myth of alert as guilt both crumble under the weight of science and constitutional law. Responsible law enforcement and a just legal system require critical, thorough examination of all the facts, far beyond a single alert from a canine. Next, how handlers, often unintentionally, can influence their dog's alerts and the outcomes of a search. The dog and handler are a team, and the human half can introduce bias. This is handler cueing. If a handler expects a find, subtle cues can nudge the dog to alert, even without target odor. Controlled studies show when handlers are misinformed, dogs alert more at the suggested locations. Suspicion can create a feedback loop. Cueing leads to alert, then the alert justifies the suspicion. Professional handlers use set patterns and neutral handling to avoid leading the dog, but standards vary widely. Police dogs are tools, powerful but limited. With ethical handling, they're valuable. Without rigor, reliability drops. They can locate explosives or missing persons, enhancing safety. Yet every alert needs independent verification. Florida v. Harris, 2013, affirmed field performance can challenge reliability, pushing for better records and accountability. Dramatic successes get airtime. Misses and false alerts don't, but they matter legally and ethically. Treat dogs as one tool among many, helpful but limited, and always subject to documentation and review. Now, practical, safe steps for navigating an encounter with a police dog. Remain calm, be predictable, and know your rights. Encountering a police K9 can be an intimidating experience. The most important thing you can do is remain calm. Do not make any sudden movements, as this can startle both the officer and the dog. Do not run, which could be misinterpreted as fleeing or trigger the dog's chase instinct. Do not yell. Keep your hands clearly visible at all times, preferably on the steering wheel or dashboard. These actions are not an admission of guilt. They are practical steps to de-escalate a tense situation. Your safety, the officer's safety, and the dog's safety all depend on calm, predictable behavior. Always follow clear, lawful commands from the officer. You have constitutional rights. A routine traffic stop cannot be indefinitely prolonged just to wait for a K9 unit to arrive. An officer needs a separate, reasonable suspicion of criminal activity to justify extending the stop for a dog sniff. If an officer asks for permission to search your vehicle, you are done. You are imgur. Har aldars are indur darberin. Right to refuse. Say clearly and politely, "Officer, I do not consent to a search." Repeating this ensures there is no ambiguity. Do not physically resist or obstruct if they decide to search anyway. The place to fight an illegal search is in court, not on the side of the road. Assert your rights calmly and let the legal process work. If a dog alerts on your car or luggage, the courts often treat that alert as probable cause to conduct a search. Even at this point, reiterate that you do not consent and stay clear of the vehicle and the K9 team. Do not interfere, touch the officer, or touch the dog. Follow instructions precisely to ensure everyone's safety. If children are present, calmly instruct them. Stay still, do not run, and listen to the officer's directions. Their predictability is key. If you believe the search was illegal or the handler acted improperly, document everything as soon as it is safe to do so. Write down the date, time, location, officer names, badge numbers, and patrol car numbers. Note exactly what the dog did and how the handler directed it. Did the handler seem to guide the dog to a specific spot? Record whether you consented to the stop or search and what you said. Gather photos or video if it's safe and legal in your jurisdiction. Ask any witnesses for their names and contact information. Crucially, keep any paperwork, tickets, or receipts for seized items. You can file complaints with the department's Internal Affairs Division or a civilian oversight board. Civil rights organizations can also provide guidance, resources, and sometimes legal assistance. If you are arrested or believe a clearly illegal search occurred, contact a lawyer immediately. An attorney can challenge the legality of the stop and the search, and can subpoena the K9's training, certification, and field performance records. An alert from a K9 does not automatically mean you are guilty of a crime. Consider these anonymized examples. In one case, a dog alerted, a search was conducted, but no illegal substances were found. The alert was later challenged in court as unreliable. In another, a dog alerted on a bag that had contained cannabis weeks prior. The residual odor triggered the alert, but no contraband was present, and in a third, an alert led to the discovery of a substance that was ultimately proven to be legal. These cases show that an alert is just one piece of evidence, and it can be mistaken. The K9 image is iconic, but reality is nuanced. Dogs are highly trained and capable, yet they are also fallible animals, not infallible machines. A dog's accuracy depends on the quality of its training, the handler's behavior, and environmental factors like wind and temperature. Your best defense is knowledge and composure. Remember, stay calm, keep your hands visible, avoid sudden moves, and clearly and politely assert your rights. Document everything, and if necessary, seek legal counsel to protect yourself.